one. Haven't really talked and haven't really slept much, so that's why I sound so rough. Hold on. I started having like UTI kind of pains when I was getting ready for bed. I was like, well, this sucks. Maybe it was that super spicy dressing from 24 hours before bed. It just kept feeling worse. I did get to sleep at 11:30 after getting the groceries in. And then woke up not feeling good at all. I'm like, well, maybe it's almost time to get up. It was 1:30. So it was just like 2 hours of me just being in the bathroom because that's the least painful place to be, and trying to go back to sleep, which would last less than 5 minutes because laying down is not the best place to be. So yeah, and I started to seem like I'm peeing blood. I made a clinic appointment. I set it for 10:20 because I have groceries coming between 9 and 10. And before 9, I'm dealing with the kids. I get home like 8:45 from taking Jax. Ever since like 3 in the morning, I've had an itch in my throat. And yeah, it's making it hard to talk and it's making me phlegmy. So I need to clear that before I go to the clinic. I'm pretty miserable. I don't know if I am peeing blood or if my period is starting, because that both are equally possible. But I'm assuming that if it's my period, it will escalate sharply, because I'm not one to really spot. It's like, oh, by the way, I'm here. Oh, so yeah, you didn't expect to come into this video with all that TMI, but we all have bodies. Anyway, I finally made it to the time that I would normally be down here, so I'm gonna actually start making Sebastian's breakfast. I was thinking, oh, I'll just get out of bed, and like around 4 is when I decided to go ahead and take my shower and get ready. I was like, I'll just do all that and I'll come down and I'll crochet, and sure, I'll be tired, but I'll nap later. No, I can't sit down. It hurts too much. I can't stand, I can't lay, everything hurts too much. So I'm just alternating going to the ladies' room and trying to do whatever I can towards our morning. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Dan's up. He has no clue. I don't know if he knows I was up and down and up and down. I'm guessing he probably does, because he sleeps pretty late. Having decaf tea, and I'm gonna add more water to it. Trying to flush things through. And I guess at a certain point I'm gonna have to avoid going to the bathroom so I can have pee if they need me to pee in a cup. Right now I just have drops because I'm living there. Oh, so fun, so fun. I haven't finished our monthly calendar yet. I need to do that too, but all right, good morning. not even over. I need to go pick up Sebastian from his club. I need to be there in less than an hour. I guess I talked to you this morning. I took Tylenol this morning. I don't know what time it was. My schedule was all off. Maybe 5:30. And then right around 6:30 when I woke up Sebastian, I got a lot of relief from the burning pain. So I made a mental note. I was able to get through the 2 hours from 6:30 till 8:30. 6:30 is when I wake Sebastian. 8:30 is when I walk out the door with Jax to drive him, and that's about a 10-minute thing. So I was starting to suffer again on the way back. And yeah, lots of suffering, lots of just going to the bathroom and hanging out there. Because anytime that I can completely relax, everything feels the best. Not like pee all over yourself, kind of relax, but I don't trust it unless I'm in the bathroom, you know. I later found out that sitting in a hot bath is amazing too and helps for a little while. But anyway, I got home from dropping off Jax and suffered for a while. The groceries came, and then it was time to drive myself to Target. I did try to time Tylenol since I did notice it worked after about an hour. It gave me 2 hours of relief. So I took it at 9, I think. My appointment was for 10:20, but I was supposed to be there at 10:05. It was a lot of waiting, and I wished I had my crochet because I actually started to feel good once I got to the waiting room. The Tylenol kicked in, but I don't like germs, and I didn't want anything touching anything. I just held my bag on my lap and just didn't touch anything. Anyway, the doctor was really nice. I don't know if she's a nurse practitioner, actually. I didn't notice. I'm pretty sure I had her last year when I went. No, not last year. Last year I got my flu shot at the pharmacy. They do the vaccines in both places, but I think the time before that I went in and she did it. She looked really familiar, and the room was the same one. It's just a pharmacy-run clinic. It used to be Target Clinic, and I had gone there for vaccines. I actually don't have a doctor. It's so bad. I didn't have one when I had my strokes, and then I suddenly had all these specialists that I haven't gone to, and I really need to go to a heart doctor again. But I never did pick a doctor. I don't like going to the doctor. I feel like they just find things wrong. And it's expensive, and then you have to take medicines that cause side effects, like one I just took. But hopefully it'll be the only one I take of that. I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, the doctor was super nice. We'll just say doctor. Right away I was like, I think I have a UTI. I'm burning. It hurts. Yeah, I'm peeing blood. But she did just like the standard, what do they call? There's a word for when you just take all the baseline stuff. The nurses often come in and do that. Stats? Is it just stats? Maybe it's that. And everything looked good. Like, I was worried my blood pressure would shoot up because I was just nervous and stressed and hadn't slept, but now it was I think what's my note, 100 over 60. I'm pretty sure that's my typical normal. And she asked me multiple times if I had like fevers or chills. I know that can happen. And I was like, no. My temperature was normal. Everything looked good. Listening wise, I don't have any pain like when you push or kidney pain or anything. It's just the burn. That's why last night I was like, is it the chili lime dressing that I tried to be really careful about. But yeah, then I got to pee in the cup. I was holding it and drinking a lot of water that I brought. So she's like, I will give you relief now. So yeah, that's always fun. You have to put it in the little door, secret hatch. Except her secret hatch went into the room that we weren't using, so she had to go out into the hall and get it and bring it in. I was like, I could have just carried it for you, I don't care. Nobody was in the waiting room at that point. And you know, she does like a little dip test, and she saw that there were white blood cells and something else, maybe, I don't know, because she said that there were 2 things, and then there was a bunch of these other things that are like even worse that I didn't have, so that was good. But the white blood cells and the other thing, and the fact that there was blood in it, she's like, and it's cloudy, and da 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 da. I'm absolutely starting you on an antibiotic, the most common one for UTIs, right away. And then she's sending off a sample, so I probably will get a phone call in like 3 or 4 days. And if it just happens to be some resistant strain, which I doubt, but could be, she would then call in a new prescription for me. And I'd have to start a new antibiotic, which would be super annoying because the one I'm going to start tonight is only 10 doses, 5 days. Just nice and brief, and I don't want to be coming to the home stretch of that and have to start something else stronger. But yeah, so she sent it to our horrible pharmacy. I just don't want to, it's close, and I don't want to deal with switching. I never chose this one in the first place. We had a different one close to us, and it closed, and they sent all of our prescriptions over, which at the time I think I was on my injectable blood thinner, so it was just annoying. And they were giving me a different kind, and they were more painful, and I hated it. And every time you go, it's never ready. And so I go home, I'm like miserable. And she gave me the antibiotic prescription, but also one for like this, you can get it over the counter, but you can also get a prescription. So I think I saved like $6 just paying the copay. And I guess it's gonna turn my pee orange red, which can stain everything in sight. So they're like, wear old underwear. I'm like, oh great. I'm hoping that this one I just took is the only one I take because it's as needed. She only gave me 10 of those, I think. That's a lot, because in my research just now it says you should only take it for 2 days, and that would be 6 unless directed by your doctor. But I think the explanation was mostly because they want you to go get on antibiotics, because if you don't, you can cause yourself a lot of damage. But yeah, I need some relief. I went home because I knew my prescription would not be ready. It's never ready. There was like, it's gonna be hours. It's not ready. So I didn't even bother. I went home. Oh, I had grabbed a pumpkin loaf because that's the only thing that sounded appetizing. I've had like 2 bites of oatmeal or yogurt at this point today, just so I had some fuel to survive. So I ate that on the drive home, and then I tried a hot bath, which was amazing and really gave me relief. So I might do that again tonight, even if it's after Sebastian goes to bed. And then, since I was feeling some relief, I laid down. Could not sleep though. I was getting spam calls, and I'm starting to feel some pain again. And finally, I had gotten home at 11, so finally at 1 I decided I would head to the pharmacy. They had more than 2 hours, so since the doctor called it in. She called it in around 10:45. I know because she printed out all the information for me. And yeah, so they had plenty of time. It was an easy prescription too. But I get there and I tell them I'm picking up, and she's like, oh, the doctor just sent this. And I was like, the doctor sent it at like 10:45. And she looks, goes, ha, we just got it at 11:45. And this was at 1:20. I'm like, and she's like, would you like to wait? It should only be 20 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? And I messaged this to Dan while I'm like wandering the store waiting, and they have our home phone number, but they keep trying to text it whenever we get a prescription in, and he gets an email alert if somebody tries to text our landline, and he says they totally texted the landline at 11:23. I think he said that the prescription was received. They sit on a throne of lies. Anyway, I'm taking too long. So I eventually got it, and I just came home, and of course everything was like, take it with food, take it with water. I'm like, oh. I just made myself eat a packet of Cheerios, and I took one of the, I guess the brand name is Azo, the red orange pee pills. She's like, your pee's gonna look like Tang. Like, oh great. It's giving me flashbacks to a very unpleasant stay my dad had after his second brain surgery, and I watched him here. I think he was on that. Our RIP, our bathroom grout until we renovated that. But yeah, I took that one because I can't take the antibiotic yet. That one has to be every 12 hours, and if I took it at 1:30, 2, then I'd have to take it at 2 in the morning. Like, if it had been ready around noon, then I might have taken it at like 11, and then each day like kind of moved it a little bit earlier. Then I could have had 2 doses in by the time I go to volunteer tomorrow morning. But instead, I'll have one, and I'll take one at like 5:30, and then I'll take one when I wake up at maybe 6 p.m. with dinner, and then 6 p.m. when I come downstairs. So that's my update. I'm not feeling good right now, but I just took Tylenol 20 minutes ago, so that hopefully while I'm walking it's starting to kick in, because I'm gonna walk over to get Sebastian. I haven't gotten to do anything I need to do, except I put groceries away, or what to do. I wanted to crochet. It's just been 0 out of 5 stars. Would not recommend UTIs. Alright, bye for now. Alright, before I finish getting ready, I'm just gonna say a quick goodnight. I haven't done a whole lot. I was able to at least sit on the couch, and that was a huge progress. That was huge progress. So the awful red dye medicine does help the pain. And yes, your pee does go through starting to get orange, tang orange, tomato red. And then back again, because I'm like drinking so much, it's already almost yellow. So I just took another dose. I didn't want to. In an ideal world, I would just take some Tylenol, go to bed. If it woke me up in the middle of the night and I was really miserable, I'd take another one of those, because they work in like 20 minutes and last for a little while. But you have to take it with food. And yeah, I took it with a bag of Cheerios and that wasn't enough, and then I had to eat a bunch of popcorn because my stomach was a little upset. So I just have a belly full of kind of pizza. It like just had feta cheese on olive oil. It was like a flatbread. So now's a good time to take it. I will take some Tylenol right before bed, which helps the pain after about an hour. So maybe when one starts to fade, the other one will still be going. I don't know. I don't know if I need to get up and pee in the night. That's not a thing I normally do. I don't know anything. I just want to make it through this. I have the first dose of antibiotics in me, and tomorrow morning I'll take number 2. But yeah, sucky day. Sorry about that. But we've made it through. Good night. Stay safe. Be kind. And don't forget, wash your hands.
It is cute blue circle. Cute. Cute.
That's good. Sound it out.
Yeah. I can't.
So tell me the letters.
Juice.
Juice. That's a hard one. I'm not surprised you didn't get that. That's really tricky. Good job.